low prices to them, but we're not going to advertise it to the public. So your reputation as a five-star resort stays intact. Nobody knows what we're putting our members in there. You have a revenue stream from what would be empty suites and villas and hotel rooms at night. It's a win-win-win for all people concerned. But then Bon Voyage goes a step beyond. What about the airfare to get there? Where do you come up with the $2,000 or $3,000? Sometimes it requires an airfare to get you and your family to a location. Well, we created a business opportunity on the other side. And let me explain how that works. Since Bon Voyage is a private club which does not advertise and cannot be accessed other than through a specific member of Bon Voyage, what Bon Voyage has done is we've required for a person to join to come through a member. So now if you're a member of Bon Voyage, you're actually able to tell other people about Bon Voyage. And when you do, the company will pay you. Let me give you an example. Let's assume that two of your friends like to vacation. You mention Bon Voyage and they enroll. They have two of their friends that love to vacation, and they go out and get two of their friends to enroll as well. Our company says that whenever you have 6 people that you have brought into Bon Voyage, what we'll do is we'll pay you $1,000 instantly into your back office. $1,000 in cash immediately. Now, we have people that work Bon Voyage only when they want to go on vacation. So once a year, they'll pick up the phone and start to call friends and family and business associates. We have other people that do it in their spare time to make extra money each month, maybe $1,000 a month or what have you. But then we also have people that use it as a massive cash flow, that work Bon Voyage on a full-time basis or a part-time basis. The beautiful part about ours is the qualification to receiving commissions is you only need 2 people. Once you bring in 2 people, you're forever qualified in Bon Voyage to receive commissions. Now, there's many ways to receive your commissions. We use something called a follow me matrix. It just means that the people that you bring in follow you to every matrix that you go to and help you fill your 6. So if you go out and get your personal recruits and they again go get 2 personal recruits each, you make $1,000 with Bon Voyage. If you don't want to wait for them and you want to get people yourself because you're in a hurry. By the way, just an interesting side note statistic, which we're the only company in the world in the networking company, or as a networking company, that has this statistic, so I love to share it. We have over 2,000 people in Bon Voyage, over 2,000 people that have made $1,000 by telling their friends about Bon Voyage. Believe it or not, the day that they enrolled, within the first 24 hours, the day that they signed up, they made $1,000. They not only got their $350 back, they made $650. And we didn't have a few hundred people do that. We've had a few thousand people do that in the 2 years that Bon Voyage has been around now. So that's exciting. It's exciting for everyone. Now here's another thing that can happen. You get actually spillover from the people above you. People above you can put people into your matrix. They can then put other people into your matrix. You can actually cycle out from people that brought you in from above you and make $1,000. You can have superstars, people coming in that have a large family that cycle out one right after another right underneath you. People that you brought in, for instance, yesterday, last week, last month, a year ago, if they cycle out, every time they cycle out, they come to your matrix. After you have a certain number of people in your downline, as it were, you may have people cycling out every single day, sometimes maybe twice a day, or at least once a week or once a month, without you bringing in anyone new. This is just people returning to you, and you keep cycling out over and over and over again. Any combination of what I just mentioned also makes you $1,000. Whenever your board fills, it fills. Many people enjoy having a superstar on their board. Now, a superstar is somebody that's got a large network of either family, friends, or maybe another downline in another organization. Do you know that one person can make you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 or more in rotations simply because they get excited, they start getting their friends and family involved, they start getting on the phone? Let's say this is Jimmy, and Jimmy starts to make a few phone calls to his friends, and he cycles out immediately and comes back into your matrix. Because once he cycles out, he's going to follow me matrix. Even though you haven't cycled out, he has. He comes back to you again and starts hiring more of his friends. Well, if he's got 300 or 400 people he brings in, that's going to cycle you out. And you're going to make somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000 or $12,000 or more as he brings in just the initial little bit of his friends and members. What happens is that gets his business off to a rocket ship start. He has instant gratifications. He gets plugged in immediately. He stays plugged in for years to come in Bon Voyage. Now, many people, you know, I've been doing these types of companies for almost 36 years now. 36 years is a long time. So a lot of people that know me and know I've been around that long ask a simple question. Why are you doing a travel company like Bon Voyage? What's the attraction to you, or what's bringing you here? Because you do this for a long time. You have certain things that excite you and certain things that do not. Let me answer that for everybody on the call, the same way I answer for everybody that asks me directly. When people say, why are you in Bon Voyage? This page is the answer to that question. Residual income. It's very elusive in most other network marketing companies. Or it's maybe not necessarily elusive is the right word. It's very difficult to achieve because you need not hundreds, but thousands of people. You see, in a follow me matrix, when you go to a brand new matrix, your people that you recruit follow you, and then the people they recruit follow them. Now, normally in a normal matrix, you need 30, 40, 50, or 60 people in order for you to cycle out and make usually $200 or $250 or $150 or $300. In Bon Voyage, you make $1,000. Now, the attractiveness of this, or what's exciting about this, is I started to do the math one night and it kept me up all night because I realized I didn't have to put 10,000 or 15,000 people into an organization that I'd probably have to spend 5 years on. What I realized was what I could accomplish with a very small number of people. When I started to do the math, I realized there was a big money here. And it don't take an Einstein to figure this out. Follow the math with me a little bit here. If you only have 100 people that you recruit, by the way, the average person is able, if they're working part-time, to recruit between 150 and 250 people a year if they're working part-time. A full-time person can do more. On average, those 150 people, by the way, will bring in around 2,500 people in a downline in a normal company. Now, some people do much, much better. Some people do incredibly less. But that's what the Direct Sales Association considers to be an average. So those are the numbers I'm going to use. So if you was to bring in 150 to 250 people in your first year, and you just had 100 of them that cycled just once a month, that's $16,000 in residual income. But see, I was looking at only 50 people. If I have 50 people that cycle just once a month, I'm making $8,000 a month in residual income without working at all. With 25 people, I'm still making $4,000. And see, the other thing I was looking at is if I had 12 people, that's $2,000 a month on 12 people. Now, $2,000 may not sound like much to a lot of people on this call, but do you know that the national average of what people make in network marketing is something like $10 a week? That's the national average. $10 a week, that's $520 a year. If you only cycled once a year in Bon Voyage, you make at least $1,000. And that's looking at things in a worst case scenario. So this is what got me excited. Because I realized that, you know, if I worked a little bit, I could probably put together a couple hundred people in a year. A couple hundred people cycling just once a month is $30,000 a month. That's a decent income.